Welcome, friends. Today, I want to share a story that might spark something within you. A tale about a young soul who discovered that sometimes the greatest transformations begin not with strength, but with purpose. This isn't just any story. As we journey through Ryan's path together, you'll naturally encounter expressions, vocabulary, and the rhythm of English that flows like conversation itself. No pressure, no textbooks, just the gentle unfolding of language through a narrative that speaks to the heart. So settle in. Let this story find you where you are. In a quiet village, nestled between golden fields and whispering winds, lived a boy named Ryan. His home sat on the outskirts of town, a modest dwelling he shared with his devoted parents. Now, Ryan possessed a particular quality that concerned those who cared for him. He had mastered the art of doing as little as possible. Each morning, Ryan accompanied his father to the rice fields. His responsibility seemed simple enough: keep the hungry birds from devouring their precious harvest. While neighbors wielded sticks or launched stones with slingshots, Ryan's mind wandered toward innovation, born from reluctance. Why chase birds across the field when ingenuity could do the work? So he constructed something remarkable: wooden poles planted strategically throughout the farmland, connected by an intricate network of ropes. With a gentle tug from his resting spot, the entire system would spring to life, startling away any feathered intruders. Brilliant, perhaps, but his father watched with growing unease, wondering, what happens when life demands more than clever shortcuts? The question lingered unspoken, yet persistent, like clouds gathering before a storm. Summer arrived that year with an unusual harshness. The rains refused to come, and with them, something else changed. Ryan's father collapsed, weakened by illness. Suddenly, the entire burden of their survival rested on shoulders that had never truly carried weight before. Ryan tried. He genuinely did. But muscles unaccustomed to real labor trembled and failed. Crops that needed constant attention began withering under the relentless sun. Despite his efforts, Ryan watched helplessly as their family's livelihood slowly died before his eyes. One evening, exhausted and defeated, Ryan sat beneath a canopy of stars. The darkness around him felt less oppressive than the disappointment within. His thoughts spiraled. All those years, I chose comfort over preparation. Now, when it matters most, I'm powerless. Dawn brought unexpected news. Voices echoed through the village square, drawing curious crowds. Ryan dragged himself there, hoping for distraction from his guilt. A royal messenger stood elevated above the gathering, his voice commanding attention. Hear this announcement. His Majesty invites all brave souls to compete for a magnificent prize, a chest filled with gold coins. The competition begins in 3 days at the palace. Something flickered in Ryan's chest. Not confidence, but something more desperate. Hope, perhaps. Or simply the recognition that doing nothing guaranteed failure. I'll participate, Ryan declared, his voice cutting through the murmuring crowd. Laughter erupted. Neighbors exchanged knowing glances. The boy who avoided effort wanted to compete against warriors and athletes? Impossible. Ridiculous. Yet Ryan stood firm, absorbing their mockery without retreat. His parents watched him depart with mixed emotions. Victory seemed unlikely, but perhaps this journey would teach their son what comfort never could. That meaningful achievement requires sacrifice. After 3 days, the competition started. All the participants were gathered near a big lake. Many of them were strong and fit, which made Ryan nervous. How can I possibly succeed here? The thought threatened to paralyze him. Then came the announcement. The first challenge is straightforward. Cross this lake. The first 3 participants to reach the opposite shore advance to the finals. Prepare yourselves. The countdown echoed across the water. 3, 2, 1. begin. Bodies launched into the lake with explosive energy, arms cutting through water with practiced precision. Ryan remained on the shore, watching, not from fear exactly, but from calculation. This is a race across the lake, he whispered to himself. Not necessarily a swimming competition. The distinction mattered. While others exhausted themselves fighting against the water's resistance, Ryan sprinted toward the nearby forest. His hands worked quickly, gathering fallen branches, vines, anything that could float. Within minutes, he constructed something crude but functional. A makeshift raft with a paddle fashioned from a sturdy branch. Strength isn't my advantage, he reasoned, launching his creation into the water. But perspective might be. As swimmers tired, their strokes becoming labored and desperate, Ryan paddled steadily. The raft glided past gasping competitors who'd never considered an alternative approach. When he reached the far shore, claiming third place, the crowd erupted in astonished applause. Two powerful athletes had also qualified, both looking at Ryan with newfound curiosity. The following morning brought the final challenge. 3 massive wooden blocks sat waiting, one before each finalist. The task seemed simple yet brutal. Push these enormous blocks exactly 1 kilometer to the finish line. Behind them were many tools they could choose from to help them, but they could only pick one. The first contestant quickly grabbed a rope and started pulling the block. The second contestant took a piece of wood to use as a lever to move his block. Ryan, however, didn't rush. He thought carefully about the tools. I can't win by using my muscles. I need to think smarter, he said to himself. After thinking for a while, Ryan picked a small knife. The crowd was confused. How could a knife help him move such a big block? But instead of pushing the block, Ryan started carving it. He cut the block into a round shape, like a ball. After 1 hour, Ryan finished carving. Now, instead of a heavy block, he had a wooden ball. Ryan pushed the ball easily, while the other contestants struggled with their heavy blocks. He rolled it down the road, catching up to the others. With all his strength and determination, Ryan was the first to cross the finish line. The crowd cheered loudly. No one had expected the lazy boy to win. This story shows us that lazy people can be smart, but to achieve something great, they need a big reason, like Ryan's love for his family. So if you ever feel lazy, find a strong reason to work hard. Whether it's for your family, your dreams, or proving others wrong, a big goal can motivate you to give your best. Today, we also learned new words and sentences through this story. Remember, learning English can be fun when you practice regularly. So, keep listening, learning, and growing. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.